Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this video I want to take a look at potential future minis that we could get in Warcraft Rumble. The last two minis that were added to the game, the Druid of the Claw and the Swole Troll, were both new versions of already existing minis from encounters. So obviously Druid of the Claw from Starblaze and Omniron and Swole Troll from the Rock encounter. So they reused some assets in order to make new minis more easily. Given Blizzard's current approach to the game, it's quite likely that also the next minis will be repurposed if at all possible. So in this video I want to take a look at some of the candidates. So let's take a look. First of all, from Siege of Stormwind, we have the Arbalist. Arbalist is the ranged version of Footman, and the Siege of Stormwind version of Arbalist has 400 health, deals 170 damage with 2.5 second attack speed, has 9 range, 1.5 speed, and is armored. So a pretty sturdy ranged damage dealer, single target damage, not a very high DPS, but pretty long range at 9 and also armored in its favor. So that would be one option, although of course we already have stuff like Moonkin available. Option number 2, Leper Gnome. Everyone's favorite from Gnomeregan. Leper Gnomes in Gnomeregan have 250 health, they deal 45 damage with 1.1 second attack speed at 3 range, so almost melee range. They have 1.9 speed, and also they have this cloud of poison around them, which applies 3 stacks of temporary poison to any enemy minis within a radius of 4. So when you close into the Leper Gnome, you get poisoned, but when you move out, the poison wears off immediately. So that would be a bit of a new mechanic, bit of a cheaper mini, cycle mini. Well, could be interesting. Or if Blizzard decides to add more Murlocs to the game, they already have some Murloc models from Black Fathom Deeps, because in the first map of Black Fathom Deeps there's Coldlight Oracles and there are Coldlight Deep Seers. Coldlight Oracle in that map has 180 health, heals for 120 every 15 seconds, 9 range and has 3 speed, doesn't actually have an attack at all, and yeah, I mean, it probably wouldn't make much of a mini. Then there's Deep Seer, and the Deep Seer is pretty much Murloc Tidehunter on steroids. 220 health, so the health of more than 2.5 Tidehunters, 100 damage, 1.8 second attack speed, 10 range. Deepseer actually has the same range as the talented Plague Farmer. So yeah, that's some pretty serious range. And 3 speed. That would actually potentially be a very strong mini if we had Deepseer, although I don't know which family would really need one. There are more potential minis in Sieges. In Siege of Stormwind, in the Bolvar encounter, there are Royal Guards. And Royal Guards in that encounter have 1250 health, they deal 90 damage with 1.6 second attack speed, at 2 range, they move at 1.9 speed, and they have a 1.0 second stun every 8.25 seconds. They're armored tanks. So these are essentially just beefed up footmen. More health, same kind of attack, same kind of speed, same kind of shield bash ability as well. So actually maybe it doesn't make much sense to include Royal Guards because we already have footmen. And in Siege of Ironforge, Magni has some bears defending him. These bears have 2200 health, 110 damage, 1.8 second attack speed, 1.6 range and 2 speed. So they are almost identical to the Mountaineer bear. They just have more health. They're just bigger Mountaineer bears basically. So I'm not sure if we really need that one, but I mean, if you wanted a beast bear, then I guess you could have one of these. Maybe the more promising ones would actually be some of the boss and mini-boss models, although of course then stats would have to be completely made up anew, because these boss stats obviously cannot be used in any way. So we have Druid of the Talon from the Starblaze and Omniron encounter. Curiously, in the files they're actually called Druid of the Claw and Druid of the Talon already. So yeah, Druid of the Talon, the one that turns into a bird. Then we would have Centaurs. We could have Naga Sorceresses. Tidris is a Naga Sorceress. We could have Lich. Araj is a Lich, and we could have a Lich of our own. Or we would maybe have Water Elemental. Baron Aquanis and Tidris are both Water Elementals. Some other boss models that could be used include Darkmaster Gandling, who would make a great Warlock for the Undead faction. Devilsaur Queen, who would, well, a smaller Devilsaur Queen, so a Devilsaur. That would be a pretty sweet beast, some intimidating big beast. We don't really have much of that, even though there should be some big beasts as well. Farm Mountain from the Thief Catchers, potentially a Dwarf Warrior, or Snow Tiger. Although what would be the real difference between that and the Prowler is a bit of a question. But anyway, there are lots of models in the game that they could still repurpose into new minis, so they have a lot to choose from for quite little effort as well. My personal favorites out of the bunch would be to get a big sturdy tank for beasts, and I think Devilsaur and Centaur would be the ones that I would like to see, one or the other. Maybe the Devilsaur, because it's just so awesome. Well, I mean, a big Centaur tank might also do. We don't really have a big sturdy tank. And then Cenarian family still lacks a cycle mini, and Druid of the Talon perhaps could be that. We have Druid of the Claw at 3 cost, so maybe we would add Druid of the Talon at 2 cost. I mean, it has always kind of been the weaker one, so that could make sense. My two favorite models that I would really love to see would be Darkmaster Gandling as a Warlock and then Arash as a Lich. But I don't know if there's really a niche for those minis. What would be their reason for existing? What kind of niche would they fill that the other minis don't already fill? Whereas a big sturdy beast tank and a Cycle Cenarian mini would have some clear demand in the game. So something along those lines is what I hope we will see from Blizzard next. There hasn't been any communication recently, but hopefully there will be some soon. What about you? Which minis out of the existing models would you like to see as playable minis in the game? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.